Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. Yes, this is a voiceover. And yes, I have blue hands. So first things, I didn't realize that I did not shut my craft room door, and so you could hear the air condition above everything. And so today has been a bad day. Really missing my mother-in-law today. And so I just come into the craft room and just crafted. And that's all I get. I really didn't do much. I've stayed in here. So I like to write in my journals using a fountain pen. I normally use dip pens or the fountain pens that you see on my table. That one is a brass fountain pen and the other one is the Pentel Pilot Mini. Both are amazing, amazing pens, and I will try to remember to include an Amazon link below. But when I went to get my brass fountain pen tonight, I realized I was out of ink. And let me tell you, I promise you I have 50 cartridges. I know I do, but I couldn't find them. But then I remembered that it came with this little thing that you can use to fill your ink from the little jars of, the little jars that you use for like the dip pen. Well, I have plenty of that too. But apparently those are at work with my dip pens. So I didn't have any of the fountain ink and I didn't have any of the ink cartridges to fit it. So I had my little Pentel Pilot Mini, and I knew that I had cartridges to that. So I got those cartridges out, but they don't fit the brass pen. Nope. So you will see that these are totally different than the cartridges that the brass pen uses. So I get a bright idea to fill, and right here my printer was sending me crazy messages telling me that there was a paper jam because I've been trying to print all day. Anyway, so I figured how hard could it be to fill that little thing with the ink from the Pilot Mini. It can't be that hard, can it? Of course, my hands say otherwise. And let me just say, there were no journals hurt in the filling of my ink pen, okay? So, right here, yeah, this is the cartridge that I attempted to use. And that ink ended up everywhere. Let me tell you, and I have white jeans on today, but somehow I didn't get it on my jeans. I don't know what I done and then I realized it has a little disc in it. So you can see the disc a little bit right there. So apparently that's where my issue was. I don't know. I have no idea. All I know is I made a mess. And with everything going on and family coming in, I have blue hands. I have used acetone. I have used alcohol, dish soap, you name it. This stuff is not coming off of my hands. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh well. It is what it is. Nothing I can do. So y'all get to see my beautiful blue fingers, hands. So yeah. Okay, so now the other night I showed you the regular Passport Traveler's Notebook. I actually showed you both of mine. Mine are, they're chunky because I have so many inserts in them. And I love them that chunky because I can put so much in them. And I absolutely love them like that. But my plan was to make a regular Passport Traveler's Notebook first. And you see how chunky that is? I love it. I love the little chunky one. Maybe because I'm little and chunky. But that was the one that I had done the other night and showed you guys. And obviously I love that pattern because you see that's what all of my journals are. And so I showed you this one on Sunday, I believe. And so that's the one I thought I was making tonight. And so apparently the template for that got put up and I had the template for my chunky one there. And so I had cut out and already sewn and quilted and put together these 5 journals when I realized they're chunkies. So what was I to do? I'm just like, oh well, we're just going to go ahead and do them as chunkies and be done with it and just go from there. And I will make some regular passport traveler's notebooks later in the week. So they're much like the regular traveler's notebook. I do have 2 our passport traveler's notebooks available, and then I have 5 of the chunky ones available. So right here, I'm just going to show you. So in the regular passport traveler's notebooks, when I showed this to you on Sunday, I showed you that there would be 3 of the little inserts available. And those are all different inserts that I now have available for the passport traveler's notebooks. And so I went and I changed it out. And so they're all the craft cardstock cover, because you can decorate on them, you can do whatever. So each one of the passports will have the monthly calendar. And so it's the month is spread across 2 pages. And it's very easy to use, and it's a good size. I actually use mine quite a bit. And then the second insert is your weekly schedule. And so it is the week spread across 2 pages. And then the third insert, this is what I changed. This is your daily planner. And so it has your date to do, your schedule, and notes. And so those are the 3 inserts that come with every passport traveler's notebook in my shop that I sell. So you have 3 craft covered traveler or inserts in there. And so this one is that, I don't remember, it's like a duck fabric, or I don't remember, but I love the fabric, and it's a Paris theme. I love it. And then the same thing, it has the same 3 inserts in it. So you get the monthly calendar, you get the weekly planner, and you get your daily schedule. And that's what's in that journal as well. Now the regular size passport traveler's notebooks, that size and the one I just showed, those will be $25, and that's with the 3 inserts. So that's the fabric covered soft passport size traveler's notebook. They will fit the passport inserts that you can get off of Amazon or wherever you get yours from. But remember, I have tons available in my store. So, excuse me. Let me show you the chunky ones. Now, they're not very chunky right now because I don't have that many in them, but they are made from the exact same pattern that mine is made from. So you can see how chunky they will get. I don't even know how many inserts I have in mine. It's a bunch. I would say it's too many, but it's not. So right here, in the chunky passport, you will get 5 inserts. So you will get the monthly, you will get the weekly, and you will get the daily. And then I added in the line journal and the graph journal. So for the chunky passports, you will get 5 inserts. And then right here, I'm just showing you how you can chunk it up. Look at all of those inserts I'm sticking in there. So you can really chunk it up. You can get a lot in these chunky passports. You can get so many. So there, that is the elastic band to close it. And now on a normal traveler's notebook or passport notebook or anything like that, you only have the one. And so I'm showing you how I left the elastic long on that middle signature so that you can add charms or anything like that you want to So what I was saying, because I just had to pause and come back, and now I don't remember what I was saying, but I left the middle elastic long so you can add charms or whatever you need to add on there and really personalize it. You can take a little lobster claw and put right there with a little charm on it, or you can put it hanging from the spine area there. So that is the chunky passport. And I am also going to offer embroidery on those for $5 extra. A name maybe up to 8 letters or so. That because of the size, there is going to be a max, and then you can indicate your thread color that you desire. And I have tons of thread, all different colors, so I can probably accommodate. But if for whatever reason I would not be able to accommodate the color that you have actually requested, I would send you a message and let you know, and then send you some different options. So for $5, you will have the option to add a small name onto the front of your it's any of the fabric covered journals like that. So it's not just the chunkies or the passport travelers notebooks. Any of them, you can add it on. You can put it there on the center. You can put it kind of down at the bottom. That was not centered, but that was my test one. Or you can, put it like on the bottom down there, like in the bottom corner. You could, like right there, you could put your name, or you could put journal up there, or notes, or anything like that. So just wanted to let you guys know that is an option. And trust me, $5 does not cover the expense for the embroidery, but I've had so many people comment about mine being embroidered. Now, this design here, it sells out as soon as I put it in the shop every time. Anything I've ever done with that design, which it is beautiful. I use the gold thread to do the quilting. And the same thing with this. It has the 5 inserts. So you have your monthly, your weekly, your daily, your lined, and your graph. And just like the others, you can really chunk this up. How pretty would that be with a gold embroidered name on it? Oh, I would. Beautiful. Now, I have left a lot of the strings and threads. Not a lot, but there are some. And to me, that just makes it look really vintage and old, and looks very well used. I know my big fabric cover journal. Oh, here I am. I'm showing it to you. It is looking. It's got. Well, I'm just trying to see it. It's got strings. It's got stuff, but it looks. You can tell that it's used. It's not. And it goes with me all over the place. So you can, that's the string. Now this, I love this butterfly pattern. How cute is that? Oh my God. Love it. And again, same 5 inserts, monthly, weekly, daily, lined, and graph. And it's got the same spine and all. I think the spine will actually chunk up to like 1.5 inches, maybe. I don't remember exactly. And so you see right there on the regular traveler's notebooks, it's only the 1 elastic. But I was trying to figure out how to do that. And so it ended up being 3 elastics. And you'll see, I just didn't do the loop, the big loop on the inside and the outer edges of the elastics. And there is an insert in there, a jump band, because 3 was not enough, 3 elastic bands. Now that one is a very shabby chic looking one to me. Again, same 5 inserts, monthly, weekly, daily, lined, and graph. And you can take and color, you can watercolor on those inserts. With me having kept them at the craft covers, I'm showing you here what I've done. Like, I've put stickers on these, just personalized it with some stickers, nothing real spectacular. And then in my regular fabric journal, I have done some watercolor. You can see the watercolor roses that I've done there. Some more just watercolor flowers. You know, I've wrote on it, I've done some journaling on it. So you can do, with it being the craft cardstock like that, it gives you a lot more opportunity to really personalize it. And so again, just like the others, it has the elastic closure. Now this one is a very is it Art Deco? Art Nouveau? My husband's not here. If he was here, I'd be able to tell you exactly what it was because he knows all that. I don't. I love the red and white stripes against that red, black, and white on the cover. Contrast. Again, the same 5 inserts, monthly, weekly, daily, lined, and graph. I love these. These are the perfect size to just throw in your purse or backpack or anything like that and just take it right with you. It's the perfect size. Now, mind you, it's a little bit harder for me to put my really super chunky passport in. But these are the 5 chunkies that I have available. And they should be in my Etsy by the time this video uploads. And I will leave a link below. And then there are the 2 regular passports. Now let me show you my the inserts that I have available. Now these inserts, these have a total of, I want to say 8 pages. So with front and back, it's 16 pages. These are not very big. These are going to be $2.25 a piece. I will have some that have more pages in them. They will be a little bit more expensive. I was just trying to figure out how to do it where I didn't undercut the other sellers, because let me tell you, it takes a lot to create something like this. And then the binding and the material. And so I'm still rambling on about it. And I did staple these rather than sew them. And so these right now are only available in the passport size, but I am working on the others. But like I said, they are a little bit thinner. Excuse me. So this one is the daily schedule. And I tried to create inserts that I knew that I would use and love. So with this one being the daily schedule, it has a place. And right here, I'm just counting the pages. And so I think it was, I want to say it was 8 or a 10. I don't remember. It's just that quick. It's gone from my memory. So I am just kind of going over it again and more. I don't know why. It's like I've already told y'all. But I think I was trying to explain that I am going to do some thicker ones. I know a lot of people would prefer to change an insert out every, like 2 weeks or so, because they start looking really, I get grungy or whatever. So, but I'll have it to where you can either purchase like these, or you can purchase them that have more pages in them. But it's the perfect size. You can throw it anywhere. You can put it right in your journal, your backpacks, that stuff. But on the daily planner, it has got a to-do list. It has got a schedule. It has your, I want to say it's goals. You can do your date. It's got your meals and your water. Okay, and so this one is a monthly tracker, I believe. This one is the one I'm showing you. Now on this, you can do it to where it is a full year spread across both pages, or you can do 6 months at a time or what have you. But this is to where you'd use one item that you're tracking per page. So you can track it for 6 months at a time, the way that I have this one done. Now I do have another habit tracker that I will show towards the end of the video. You'll see it, where you can do 6 or 7, I believe it is, on a page. So I've tried to cover all the bases that the different types of trackers or inserts that somebody would want and tried to do them in a different variations, because what works for me may not work for you. And so this one is the personal expense tracker. And so on this one, it's kind of like a checkbook log or accounting log, but I do have an accounting log. But it just gives you a place where you can put the date, the amount, the description. So it just kind of helps you keep up with it. Just a basic snapshot of where your money's going. Now this one is your daily goal progress. This one is a very abbreviated version of a daily goal progress. But you could use this for something simple, like almost like the Traveler's Notebook inbox, to where you could just put like brief descriptions and then check it off as it's done. And then this one is the weekly schedule. Now this one is really designed mainly for me, but I figured somebody else might want it. The lines are too little to actually write in, but I would not write in it. I have things color-coded. So if I had a YouTube video that I needed to record, and if I was recording from, say, 8 to 9 on Wednesday night, then I would take, like, my pink highlighter, and then I would highlight 8 to 9 on Wednesday night. And I know just by looking at it that, oh, that's YouTube, you know. So I would use it for my highlighters and color coding, just so that it would be an at-a-glance look at what I have going on. Okay, so this one is another goal progress tracker, but this one is a very in-depth goal progress tracker. So you have what your the description is, when you started, when you completed, your status as to how far you're getting it done. There's a spot there to put the notes. So even though it's still a goal tracker, they're very much different. Okay, and so this one is your vehicle, excuse me, your vehicle maintenance log. Who does not need that? And it is the perfect size to just throw in your glove box, your dash. Anytime you get anything done on your vehicle, you can just write it down right there, and then you always have it with you. Okay, so this one is mine. And I created this one for me. So it's called the Anxiety Tracker. It's really a mood tracker. But I love how in-depth I went with it. So it gives me how my mood is for that day. What are the different ways that I'm feeling, some of the triggers, which we know, like right now, we know what my trigger is, you know, the passing away of my mother-in-law. So it gives you, there's an opportunity there to put the triggers, the symptoms, and any kind of notes. Okay, so on this one is the accounting ledger. So this one is very much like your check register. You can keep this a running ledger of your income, your deductions, that kind of stuff. It's just almost just like having your check register. Okay, and so this one is an appointment book. So any appointment that you would have, you could just write it right down in there. And then, you know, highlight it or cross it off as you've went to the appointment, or if they've had to reschedule or you've had to reschedule. But it's just a really quick snapshot of something to look at to see how many appointments you have coming up. Okay, I'm trying to look and see. I can't read, the writing so small. Okay, this was the bill payment. And so you can write, like, for June, you can list all your bills out, the date they're due. Then you would check whenever you paid them, how much you paid. Just a quick and easy way. That way you can look at it and then highlight the ones as you pay them. But it's just a very quick reference to look at to see, you know, to look and say, oh, I still owe these bills, or I've already paid that, or it's just an easy way to do your bills. This one is the daily schedule, like is in the inserts in the journals. So it is date, to do, schedule. I believe it has meals, water, that kind of stuff. This one is the monthly spread, just like what's in the journal inserts. I can talk, I promise, maybe. And then this one is the weekly, just like what is in the inserts. Now, I pull out the habit tracker. I don't know why. I do know why. Because I changed the size of that box. And so, I did not print it. But you can do 6 or 7 different things to track on one page of this, versus as one item to track per page on the other one. So again, it's just personal preference. It's what you would prefer to do. Now, I do have several more inserts that I'm working on right now. I'm also working on getting these completed in the standard traveler's notebook size, as well as the size for the fabric journal covers that are for sale in my Etsy. So there are a bunch of those. Look at that. I love it. I have been busy, guys. So busy. Oh my goodness. But it does feel good to see those are done. So remember, these will be, I think, $2.25 a piece, and then we'll offer some bigger ones, that have more pages for a little bit more, not much more. So there are the 5 chunky passports, and then the 2 regular size passports. And you can see how chunky I got mine. I take it with me everywhere. Like today when I went to the dentist, they gave me that card. And so rather than, putting it somewhere where I wouldn't know where it was, I just clipped it right into the front of my journal there. And I'm just showing you some of the stuff that I've done in my journals. And so you see I've added stickers, and, just personalize it. That's what makes it so much fun. So this one is, I have two calendars like that are very same but very different all at the same time. One is for business, one is for my home stuff. And so this is the little mini chunky. And so you can see this is a page that I was writing and journaling on today. And it says, I don't remember, forget it. I don't have a clue what something about grief. Grief never ends. It changes. It is a process. But basically it's saying, even though I'm grieving, I had the opportunity to know and love my mother-in-law. And so for that, I am very thankful. I would rather know loss and have known the wonderful years that I had with her than to not know loss but not have all those wonderful memories. So I'm just flipping through, showing you that's my YouTube schedule. I've got just a bunch of stuff written down in there. Anything that I need to keep up with is written down in there. And then that, I love it. Inhale calmness, exhale stress. So you see, I love to doodle and draw. And so I'm just going over the albums again, letting you know the price. $25 for the regular passport, $10, $35 for the chunky. Embroidery can be added to either one for an extra $5. And so I should have these uploaded or listed by the time this video uploads. So run over and grab yours. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.